There's three main things in my life today: wood chip pile, wheelbarrow, and new pile of dirt. Got 7 yards yesterday. Got to get it moved around. Got to rock and roll today. No time for a lot of words. No time for a lot of filming. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a load of wood chips in my wheelbarrow, and I'm putting it over there in between the azalea branches. I'm doing that to keep the grass down in the middle of the row, and then I'm going to put dirt on either side of it where the actual branches are to be able to kind of secure the branches more and to plant my beans in. So today the azalea row is my first project, but it is not the last, believe me. Got the wood chips put in. Now I'm going to get the dirt. Okay, I got it done and I really am happy with it. I decided to come back and go around the whole thing with wood chips just to put a barrier between the grass and the flower bed to just help whatever I can to not have to weed as much. Also just to, you know, I keep mentioning the hill, but it is a hill, so water kind of comes this way, and I wanted this wood chip barrier over here to especially kind of block any kind of water that might come down here right now, because I want this soil to stay where it's at. So got all that put on there, and I think it's going to work out good. Moving on to the next project now. I'm just rocking and rolling today, doing things. I know I'm not talking a lot, I'm not showing a whole lot of explanation footage, but I have to work today. I'm planting out these plants that I've been hardening off on my porch for about 3 or 4 days. And back here I also have my artichokes and asparagus that have to go out, but I have to do some bed prep for those. For all these on my porch, they're melons, they're pumpkins. What I'm doing is, a few days ago I had made little beds. I put down manure, and the really good manure, the horse manure that I get that has wood chips in it. I found out the horses were fed with organic alfalfa and things like that, so it's very good manure, and it's been rotting for months. So I have that down, and then I put just some Schultz bag soil over that. It's what I had at the time because I had run out of my organic soil, so I used that. Right here I have 2 Ford hook gems. I'm going to put some more over here, but I haven't hardened them all off yet, so I've got to, you know, I'm going to kind of work around this little circle. I'm going to put those there. I'm doing the same thing. I did little beds here and there around my yard. There's a stump here. Don't want to have to mow around it a whole lot and stuff, so I put one there, and then we're going to do some weed suppressing. I might mow this with my push mower, this little area, and then put wood chips or something just to kind of get the grass down. I've told my son I don't want him mowing this part of my yard near my house, just to mow on the other side of the driveway, which he did the other day, and it looks really good. But this part, it's just got too much going on. I don't want a big riding lawnmower coming through here. I've got potatoes here. I'm fixing today, or maybe tomorrow, depending on my energy level, to put in a big bedding area here. So I've got my peas along the porch, and then where you see all those little brown beds, like there and here and here, I'm putting pumpkins and melons. So then I'm going to have vines going everywhere. So I just kind of want him to stay away from this area with the mower. Right there is where I have my Selma Fino fennel that I just planted the other day. It hadn't even come up yet. And so there's just going to be too much going on. But what I'm doing is, like this right here is Cushaw green pumpkins, winter squash, Cushaw green winter squash. And that one right there is a Miss Amerson's winter squash. I just kind of put those in a little circle. Right up in here, I had put some flower seeds the other day. I kind of have flowers coming up in the middle of some of this stuff. I put flowers in the middle of those Ford hook gems. Just want some pollinators to come up and something to look pretty out here. So that's what I did. But my strategy with all this is come out here, dig the hole. I'm digging through this dirt. I'm not just planting it straight into this dirt. I'm digging down through the dirt into my soil, putting a little fertilizer, putting the plant, covering it all back up, and then I'm fixing to turn on my sprinkler here, and I'm just going to walk away for a little while and let this area water. And then when it gets watered in really good, I'm coming back and I'm going to put wood chips on all this. I'm just using that strategy of covering my beds with wood chips I saw it on a video. I really like the idea, but it's not just that. I think it's working for me. I have all the wood chips. I might as well use them. And I put them on these peas that I have growing along my ramp. And the peas are doing fine. I really haven't walked over here and watered them too much. I just got out here the other day and started putting up a little string for them. They're just now starting to catch on to the string. They had actually started kind of flopping over. They were getting so tall, but I was kind of neglectful to get out here and put the string. So, but they're healthy, they're happy, they're green, they haven't got any mildew. They wouldn't be growing good if they hated something, if they hated the soil, the manure, the wood chips. They would be showing signs of distress. And they're not. They're doing good all the way down this ramp. So I think the wood chips are a good idea. It traps water in there. It keeps the soil moist underneath those wood chips, and it makes it where I don't have to water that much. So I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to do the same thing on all these melon patches that you see there. And that one by that tree. And then these other ones. Now, knock on wood, I haven't seen any sign of deer on this property yet. I know they're here because I see them on the road. Whether they just don't come here because we have fencing around the property, I don't know, but I just don't see a lot of deer. So what I'm hoping is that my Ford Hook melons, especially because they are a rare heirloom and I want to save seeds so bad, I'm hoping that I can get them to full maturity this year and be able to pick some. Last year the deer took the melons off, put them in a pile, I guess with their hoofs, kicked them over in a pile, and then ate all my vines. And left me plenty of signs that they were there, their hoof prints and their scat. And I'm hoping this year they don't do that. Now we'll have to maybe deal with squirrels, but that's another story. So on to the next project. I'm gonna turn my water hose on, my little sprinkler there, and I'm gonna get all this watered in and then wood chip it. And that will be a big thing off my list today. Well, I'm gonna wrap things up right now on the video. I know you didn't see me really on it today because I'll be honest with you, I just threw clothes on and came out here and started working today. I have not gotten really completely dressed. I'm fixing to go take a shower and we're gonna run some errands. But I got the Ford Hook bed done as much as I can get it done right now. I've got 2 more Ford hooks that are gonna go at this end, and then in the middle I planted flowers, so I can't really cover that up. But what I'm doing, like I said, is just planting the plants, putting them in the soil, digging a good hole, putting them down in there, fertilizing them, and then watering them in real good, and then coming back once the bed's been watered and putting wood chips all the way around it and around the plants that I planted. Got those done. I got these done, the Cushaw green stripe pumpkins and the Miss Amerson's winter squash that's over there. Got all those done. The middle's not covered up because I do have some flowers coming up there. So, and the same thing with this bed. And these are my sugar pie pumpkins over here and 1 Cherokee tan pumpkin over here. I don't know, I'm sure the sugar pie spread a good bit, but I know the Cherokee pumpkins will travel a lot. So I'm giving them plenty of room. They can just hit the road, go wherever they want. I can train them to go towards this tree and around the tree if they need to, so whatever. This bed right here, I'm gonna have those fennel coming up shortly, I hope. And I just went ahead and put a little wood mulch around it too. I've got all that wood mulch, you know, I'm just drowning in it. I've got my sprinkler going on these last 2 beds. Over here, I planted the butter rugosa squash, and 2 of those, and then 2 of the North Georgia candy roasters. I planted those all in that little heart-shaped bed there, and getting it watered in right now. And over here in this last little bed that I planted, that's a Hessel Sugarloaf winter squash, and I'm gonna plant the other one here. I have one that's hardening off. And then those 2 are golden Jenny melons. I guess they have more room than I thought if they wanted to run, but they don't run very much. So that's why I kind of planted them towards the driveway. But there's really more room there than I realized. But I'm letting the sprinkler go on those. I'm gonna let it go on these for a while until we go run an errand. And then when I get back from running the errand, I will mulch those. And that's about it. The only other thing is I did get, you can see my little spoons if you look good over there. I did get my pole beans planted on both sides of my fence. I planted the Mary's Meat it's a green bean that's a big Romano, very large Romano type, and I'm trying to grow those each year to save seeds and keep the seeds growing. And then I planted the tobacco worm, and I had a little room at the end, so I planted a third variety. I was able to fit 3, and that third variety is called a Sicilian Black Swamp. I got it from Sandhill Preservation Center. I'm trying to use some of these heirloom varieties that I got from some of these companies and just really try them and see what these heirloom varieties are like. Good old Carol there, she's just been a lifesaver. She hauls wood chips every day, she hauls dirt, she hauls whatever I need her to haul, and it's been just such a blessing to have that little wheelbarrow. Just the simplest things sometimes can make you so happy. This is Lainey from Hilltop Home Place, just checking in with you today to let you know what I've got going. I hope and pray that your gardening year is great, that you grow so much food and that you're able to put up food and just get your systems in place for good growing. Thank you so much, and y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.